Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. These are marks left from my previous printing session, and this time I'm not going to clean them off. They might add some additional textures to what I have in mind. To be honest, I don't have a particular plan in mind. This is kind of like a warm-up exercise, and I suggest if you have an artist block, you can do some warm-up exercises, and surely enough, things will come to you as you do the exercise. So I have here some acrylic, and I have my dowel here. I'm just going to make some random marks. Really random. But you can make marks with all kinds of tools. You can use a twig or a branch or a leaf, whatever you have on hand. I'm just doing this fairly lightly. I'm not really pressing too hard because I don't want to scratch the plate. That's why I don't recommend using any kind of metal objects. But this is just a piece of wood, a dowel, and I'm not applying too much pressure. Okay. So I've made some marks here with my stick. Let me just cap this. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce some raw sienna. Now in this case I'm not even going to bother waiting for this to dry. I do want it to smear in a way. And then here is some titanium white. Now for some splashes of color, I'm just going to add some. This is azo vermilion. I'm going to place some of it on the edges. And I'm going to use my color shaper to spread the vermilion. and then the rest I will use my brayer. So this is really a purely abstract composition. I'm not relying on any kind of mark-making device like a stencil. It's purely free form. Again, I'm alternating vertical and horizontal strokes. And I'm using my 22 by 30 watercolor paper. And I'm using the smooth side. This watercolor paper has two sides. One is a smooth side and one is a pebbly side. Now for those of you who do watercolor, I think you would like to use the pebbly side because it captures the pigment much better than the smooth side. But that's entirely up to you. I'll leave a link to the kind of paper I'm using in the description box. And it's called Richeson. It's 88 pound. And you can try it and see how you like it. It's not that expensive, and that's why I like using it, because I do a lot of printing. And when you do this much printmaking, you have to keep tabs on your budget. Okay, so I'll leave this for about 5 to 6 minutes and I will be right back. In the meantime, I have some more entries for my open call, and I'm so thrilled that the response is so positive. It's worldwide, in fact. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that display of talent from across the globe. And I appreciate all you viewers who submit your pictures to share with everybody. So now it's been about 6-7 minutes actually, and let's see how we made out. I think we have a good transfer. I have to be careful not to pull the paper too quickly because I don't want to risk tearing the paper. Yeah, I have a small tear. I'm going to fix that. Every time I start seeing small tears like that, it's a sign for me to start cleaning and oiling the plate. See that? What I do is touch this with a little bit of Mod Podge or matte medium. Okay, considering that's not too bad. So here's what I do. This is my Mod Podge matte finish. And I take a smaller brush like this, and I just gently dab a little glue with these little tears here and there. Okay, I'm going to do a little doctoring. Just to hide the raw edges. And that's the advantage of an abstract composition. You can do a little bit of touch-up and it's not that obvious. Okay. So I will let this dry. This is very abstract expressionist in the tradition of the art, specifically American art of the 1940s and 50s. This is very mid-century modern. So I will be back in a few minutes while I let this dry. Okay, everybody. I decided I want to add some tissue paper collage, and I've been playing around with this off camera, and I have my tissue paper scraps. So I am going to proceed to mount these with my Mod Podge. This is a mixture of Mod Podge and some water. Okay, I think that completes the composition. I have a lot of influences from artists from art history. To name a few, there is Jean Dubuffet, and then there is Willem de Kooning, and of course Jackson Pollock and Franz Klein. Their work is monumental and pivotal in the history of modern art. And what I do is I study the work of artists that have come before me, and then I take certain elements that I like and I adapt them to my own style. So I think you should do the same. I don't think it's a good idea to mimic too much someone else's work, but you take little bits and pieces and then you reform them or reinvent them, make them your own. So anyway, I will air dry this and then I will do a recap. So don't go away. Okay, everybody, here's my favorite part of this video. This has dried very nicely thanks to the ceiling fan. And let me show you a close-up. Now the textures are fairly complex. Now, like I said before, I had no previous concept of what the result was going to be, but I'm pretty pleased with this. A very complex background. You can see all the delicate textures and gestures. And here you can see the tissue is semi-transparent, so you can see what's underneath. So it's a combination of opaque and transparent. This is copy paper, which is fairly opaque. And I think it's very effective as a collage element. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And thank you to all the submissions for Open Call. I think they are so talented and wonderful. So please pay a visit to artwhisper88.com, which is my storefront, and any sales or donations help to keep this channel going. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.